This coverage of SHOT Show 2024 is brought to you by 3 Nights.
All right, guys, what's up? SHOT Show 2024 here with my buddy Ben, who is with Civivi and Knafs.
Yep.
We had a chance to hang out yesterday, just socialize, and then he was like, swing by the booth. I was like, let's see the knives. There are a lot of knives. I'm going to roll in footage right now. Everything that we're showing is your design.
Yeah, it's like,
That's a lot.
It's morphed. It's like rabbits. I put them in a container and here we are.
So not only do we have these here, but there are also other things in the mix already.
Yeah.
In the future.
Yeah. Like, so product design cycles work like this. So I'll start off with this guy right here. This is my personal carry, so it's a little bit of a mess, but this is my brand new one. It's called the Sendy. And I've literally been working on this for 4 years. And it just came out like last week. And I'm like, holy smokes, this is my life. This will take a long time. So,
and just so you guys know, I'll roll in additional close-up footage so you can see all the angles and stuff.
Beautiful. So yeah, Sendy just came out last week, but literally this stuff takes years to get it right.
Yep.
And this one was particularly challenging. It's got an inline flipper, which is a little bit of a mechanical fun, but you gotta get the engineering right.
Oh, yeah. I can imagine.
And then it's got toothpick and tweezers on it, which is really fun to me, but it's also like, again, engineering time. Like, we had to get it right and make sure it worked.
Are you doing this in multiple colors?
Oh yeah.
So this is like OD green, olive green, what do you call it?
Well, for trademark reasons, we can't call it this, but
Gotcha, okay.
Coleman green.
Coleman green.
You know, like the old Coleman
Yes,
stoves?
yes.
Like white gas, like that is what I wanted, is like that feeling of
Yep.
like your dad making pancakes when you're camping.
There you go.
Like, that's what I wanted, and I think we nailed the color.
And what's the maroonish color?
It's called maroon.
It's called maroon. It's cutting edge. It's first time this year.
No, so kind of like...
Nice combination.
Yeah, like this red and green, almost like, sort of like Boy Scout heritage
Yep.
is kind of what I was going for, is like this feeling of like, hey, this should feel old. It's a traditional Barlow pattern, so this should feel like your grandpa's knife.
Yep.
Toothpick and tweezers, kind of a Swiss Army style.
Yes.
But then it's like, I don't want a slip joint. Like, I want a knife that actually opens fast and
I'm
closes.
so scared you're going to launch that into my face.
I know, it's here, have a go.
No, there's no way.
No, have a go.
Because I can tell already I'm going to have to, I thought that.
No,
You don't need to work to master. So
it's on bearings.
Okay.
So it's on ceramic bearings.
You know the ones that have the flipper that you're like, okay, I need a PhD to learn how to do this.
Yeah. No, and it's not auto, right?
Super
like it's
smooth.
look at that.
All right.
So that's the latest.
What are we looking at for steel on that?
Steel is Nitro V.
Nitro V, very, very often used by Civivi.
Yep, 4 different styles: drop point blade, stonewash. Yep.
Okay, awesome. Oh yeah, there you go. There's your drop point.
Yeah, the people wanted a drop point, so we did drop point.
I love it.
So
I do want to say I was nervous when I saw the flipper because I'm not great with that, but that is super. It's easy.
silky.
It's silky. It's
Yeah.
silky. Okay, so that's new.
Yeah,
Talk about this guy right here.
yeah. This one's the Banter Warncliffe. So my thing is, I want to like expand my product lines, is the way I would put it. But I don't want to just throw stuff at the wall for funsies. Like, I want it to be very calculated, thoughtful stuff. And so I looked at like, what do I like to do? And I'm like, I love to whittle. I love to camp. I love to sit there with a stick, and I like to do like balls inside of cages and chains and things like that. And I'm like, what could I use to whittle better? And so the Banter, this Warncliffe Banter will be coming out. I literally have no idea when. Sometime this year. And then we did a baby Banter Warncliffe as well.
Nice.
Right there.
Nice.
And I think the thing about a Warncliffe blade for me is, number one, you can whittle with it. You can get inside of small spaces and do things. But beyond that, it's sort of like this aggressive looking shape that's not actually aggressive at all.
Okay.
In terms of like, I don't know, if you wanted to tactical this thing, you probably could tactical it, but it's not a Tonto blade, right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of part of my design philosophy, is how do you keep it quiet?
Talk about the handles here too.
Yeah, the handles are, this one's a burlap micarta.
That's cool.
So it's sort of your traditional micarta, but they're using burlap instead of canvas.
Is that black?
It is.
Did you hear my voice? Is that black?
Was that black? Yeah, it's a black canvas, but it's got like a burlap interior sort of thing going on. And then this guy is I'd never seen a purple micarta done well. And I said, Civivi, can you purple micarta?
And they were like, yes, we
and
can.
they said, we can boogie like that.
Awesome. Sweet. All right, let's talk about this blade right here.
Yeah.
So tell us the sad story behind that I just heard. So, and just truth be told, we're on the same team for this one because I was rooting for the same team as well. Go ahead.
late 90s, Utah Jazz. They always lost to the Chicago Bulls.
That's right.
And I was a Jazz fan, a sad Jazz fan. And definitely Michael Jordan pushed off. I don't know if you're familiar
Brian
with
Russell?
Brian Russell,
Yeah,
it happened.
yeah.
But I also thought those colors are sick.
Yeah.
Like, how do you turn Michael Jordan into a knife? That's what I tried to do right there.
So the copyright we're still working on to call it the Michael Jordan.
Yeah, the Air Jordan. They won't call me back. I probably, like, I'm wearing a company. I shouldn't say this stuff. I love it. So that's the baby banter. It comes in all sorts of colors, all sorts of flavors. Like,
I think I got the full size.
You do.
This is from
yeah.
Wii.
Yep. I
So-
think you got one of the original ones that I ever sent out.
Yeah, this is special. I try to carry this often.
I
Now,
love it.
tell everybody, because some folks ask. So I work with I.C.E. and I work with Civivi. Tell them about the relationship between the two companies, because you've got knives in different spaces.
Yeah, absolutely. So I.C.E. Knives is like the cream of the crop for Civivi Sencut. I.C.E. Knives usually has higher end steel. So like the Banter is S30V, the big Banter is 20 CV. Like, these are steels that are going to perform better than, say, a Nitro V.
Yeah.
And so I.C.E. is high end, Civivi is the middle.
Yeah.
And I actually love the stuff in the middle, personally. Like, I love it when, like, the price point is like 50, 60, 70 bucks, because most people can probably make that happen.
Sure, yeah.
But when you start moving up into the $140, $150 range, it starts to be like, okay, do I put gas in my truck for 2 weeks? Do I buy a pocket knife, right? But I like the fact that there's sort of this range of what they do. What I've done is kind of like take designs and stick them in all of those ranges. So baby Banter's over here, $60 price range. Banter, $108 range, and then big Banter is sitting at about $130, $135.
Okay.
So it kind of allows me to play in all these spaces. So if somebody's like, wow, that's expensive, I'm like, well, have you considered?
Yeah, sure.
You know?
Okay. This knife, as I was just looking at it now. Now this is the
Big Banter.
Big Banter.
Yeah.
Just to show you guys, I was just over at a different company's booth, and this has a feel of a legitimate, like, I could take this into the outdoors and use this thing and really work on it.
Yeah, for sure.
Just to give you a sense of how big it is, and yet I can still choke up here.
Choke up, yeah.
So this is, again, we've talked about this before, but this is not pocket knife size for you, EDC. This is too big for you in general, as far as every day.
Can I tell you and your viewers a secret? I'm going to lean in. I do not love this knife.
The truth comes out.
Yeah, it's my design. It's got my name on it, but it is so big
it's the size.
for me.
Yeah.
You're about 6, 7 inches taller than I am. Your hand, I don't even know what glove size, but this is too much knife for me.
Yeah.
But some people, that was one of the feedback, part of the feedback I got on the Banter series is, can you make it bigger? This is a 2.9 inch blade, and they were like, can you make it bigger? And I said, sure, but I'm going to make it like the baby Banter.
Yeah.
And a lot of people have complained because the cutting edge on the Banter and the big Banter, I don't know how well we can see that. It's almost the same.
Sure.
So this is not a play at like vital organs,
Right, sure.
if I may say that.
Yeah.
This is a play at big hands.
Yep.
Like, this is a play for people that did not fit on a Banter.
Sure.
Big Banter is for
that's the option.
folks with big old mitts.
So give us a quick hint to some things that you're looking toward in the future, as much as you can share right now.
Oh man, there's so much. Quick hints. I'm working on a few new Banters in that line.
Okay.
I am working on perhaps a fixed blade baby Banter.
Okay.
It's a fun one.
Perhaps. We'll
Perhaps.
see.
Maybe we'll name it that. Maybe
Okay, we'll see.
not. And then a couple other things.
Yeah.
No, I don't have anything like new in the pipeline with Wii and Civivi, like new.
Yeah.
It's all iterations on things that I've already done. So like, you look at the Sendy, 4 years in the making. I'm just starting to ruminate on like, okay, what happens 4 years from now?
Sure. You think you do multiple sizes in that?
You know, I don't know. What do you think, Tim?
I really like that size.
You like this size? Would you do it bigger? It feels like it would ruin it.
No, it feels good to me, honestly.
Yeah.
There may be somebody who wants to play around. I love the colors. I really love the colors. Because it's like green, it's tactical, but then the maroon, you're like, not tactical.
Not tactical.
No, it's just like earthy tones.
Yeah.
I really like that.
So this one too, it has a cedar pattern. So if you take a cedar shape, like a like a planked salmon shake,
Yep.
and you cut it, like that is what the pattern is. And so that's where the idea came. It was supposed to be called the Cedar. We had to change the name for trademark legal reasons. Michael Jordan called. He said you can't call it the Cedar. And but I actually love the pattern. I lived in Oregon for 3 years, and those cedar trees are like part of the landscape.
Yeah, sure.
And so I kind of dumped parts of me into this knife, and I'm really proud of it.
Yeah,
It's been a process.
So if people want to pick up your knives, what should they do? Where should they go?
I mean, you just Google michaeljordanknife.com. No, anywhere we and Civivi knives are sold. He pushed off .net.
/ Brian Russell.
Anywhere we and Civivi knives are sold, you can pick up my knives. So pick your favorite dealer, pick your favorite Amazon, wherever you can buy Ben's knives. Knafs.com is a we
Okay,
and
I just didn't want to
Civivi
say that
dealer.
out loud. Okay,
Yeah.
so knafs.com.
Yeah.
And that's also Ben's business. So
I own Knafs.com. I design for Knafs, own the company, run the balance sheet, all of those things. Well, my wife does, let's be clear. But also, so you can buy it there, that's a dealer, but it's the same as like a Blade HQ, a Knife Center, GP Knives, wherever we and Civivi is sold, you'll find it.
Tell them real quick how many countries Knafs is in.
We're in 42 countries.
Knafs is in 42 countries.
Excuse me. 42 dealers, 16 countries.
42 dealers, 16 countries. That's the real deal.
Yeah, it's busy.
All right, we're going to sign off. Thanks for tuning in. We may be back to the
I'm curious, but before we sign up, which one do you guys like most? I'd love to hear the feedback in the comments.
Good. I like that. This guy, he's going to help the algorithm.
I am going to tell that algorithm just what it needs.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
I'm taking this one. See ya. Dude, that's beautiful.
I want to give a big shout out to ThruNight who made this trip possible. So I've been carrying only ThruNight flashlights for SHOT Show 2024. If you know ThruNight, they've got budget-friendly lights. They've got lights from the most compact to full-size throwers, a wide variety of options available. Check out the links down in the description below for more from ThruNight to make a solid light.